Welcome back, and thank you for joining the Serving My Master podcast. Klal Yisrael, after all the preparation, after all the signs, after all the clarification and training to become the nation of servants, to become the chosen people, the children of Hashem Himself, who will be given the secrets of how to reach the highest level of service, now stand before Har Sinai, ready to receive the Torah. And amazingly enough, the first mitzvah, the first commandment that Hashem gives us, Anoichi Hashem Elokecha, I am your God. The mitzvah of Emunah, the mitzvah of believing in Hashem Himself, the mitzvah of always remembering the fact that He is the master of the world. Something that would seem obvious for a nation that prepared for generations to become the servants of the master of the world. For a nation whose recent forefathers spent tremendous effort in finding and recognizing the creator of the world and leaving that knowledge for their children. The Torah is telling us here that despite any preparation and despite any effort and training that one might go through to try to fulfill their service, ultimately there is always still the simple and pure obligation given to us by the Torah. Remember, every moment and every day, in any given time in this world, Anoichi Hashem Elokecha, I am the one and only one. An obligation that we need to fulfill, not because obviously isn't that why I'm doing everything in my day. No, an obligation that we need to do because we're obligated to do so. To remember Anoichi Hashem Elokecha and no one else. But of course, the second commandment, Lo yeh lecha elokim acherim al panai, a person should not have anybody else, any other so-called God who he believes in. Which of course is incredible. Because with the first commandment telling us, believe that Hashem is the one and only one, it might seem redundant to follow that up with the second commandment telling us, don't believe in anyone else. But there might be something here talking about the human nature. As servants, as the nation of servants, the children of the master of the world, one might say, I am ready to accept everything. I am ready to be a servant. I am ready to accept the obligation of remembering Anoichi Hashem, that there is only one. However, as a nature, the human being always wants to return to an idea of I am made in the image of God, so maybe, as we discussed in our previous season, maybe I am something too. Maybe I myself have an opinion in the matter. Maybe I myself can dictate how my life should be led. And that is the second commandment, telling us Lo yeh lecha elohim acherim al panai, to never ever allow our own brains and our own wishes to get in the way of remembering that Hashem is the one and only one. And as we discussed in a previous episode, understanding that Emunah doesn't mean just believing. Emunah means being faithful. Emunah means being loyal. The first commandment that is relevant at every given moment in this world is a reminder. Remember to have in front of your eyes in the entire time to be loyal to Hashem, the master of the world, no matter the circumstance, no matter what's going on in your life, no matter what's going on in the world. Something that we see again and again as we look at the great servants, at Moshe Eved Hashem, at Avraham, Yitzchak, Yaakov, the Shiftei Ko, the Shivas Arayim, and so forth, as we look at the greatest servants in history, we see that they were able to remember that they were servants and that they were in service any given moment, every second of their lives, no matter what was going on around them. Not necessarily because they had a better belief, but because they were loyal, they were faithful to their master. They were 100% servants with nothing else in between them and their master. And that is lo yeh lecha Elohim acherem el panai. They had nothing else besides knowing and having the knowledge in front of their minds the entire time that they are servants of the master of the world, and all they have to do in this world is do his will. And with that, they and we are able to become the ultimate servants, to reach the highest level of service, and to completely destroy any human disconnect that might divert us from doing our purpose, from fulfilling our mission, and from being in service of the master of the world. Thank you for joining me today. I look forward to continue this discussion with you. Thank you and have a wonderful day.